Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we will be talking what to do if you found yourself as an old soul. In yesterday's video we've been talking about signs that you can recognize in your life that you are an old soul. So if you've come across this video and you would like to know about the signs, I recommend you to watch the previous video, because today we'll be talking just what to do if you have found yourself as an old soul. So for many people it can be quite hard, because they found out that not many people understand them, not many people can connect with them, because they are thinking differently. They're thinking outside of the box. They don't want to follow certain rules of society, because they feel that there's more to life. They feel that there's a greater meaning to life. And we want to research that, right? We want to discover what more life has to offer, and also how to bring that understanding to the world so more people could wake up to that greater meaning of life. So if you found yourself that you're an old soul, the first thing you can do in order to experience a greater happiness and a greater fulfillment, because for many people it can be quite hard being different, being as a person which is kinda out of the box. For many people it can be quite hard and uncomfortable. So the first thing you can do is to let go of your false self. What is the false self? It's the identity which was developed through the aging process, which was developed by our perception of society, our perception of life, and we can call it as part of it as an ego self. We can also call it as a fake mask. We put it on to adapt certain expectations from our environment. So we put on that mask so we would be kind of accepted in the society. Firstly, you need to recognize who you are not in order to recognize who you truly are. So if you just think about your life, you can ask yourself what parts of your life are not resonating with you. Those can be certain beliefs about yourself, those can be certain actions or certain behaviors, certain habits which are not resonating with you. Certain things which are reaffirming your identity, but not your true self. You will sense that there's something deeper to who you really are. And you can only recognize that or only understand that if you will go deeper into yourself. You can look yourself into the mirror and without any thinking, just look deep into your eyes and connect with yourself again. That's also the reason why old souls want to spend a lot of time alone. Because a soul is urging to find a connection with it again. So it is always calling us to remove yourself from all the action, go into nature, disconnect from everything that is happening so you can connect back with me again. It's like soul is knocking on the doors of your mind, saying, hey, connect back with me again, because you've lost your connection. So let go of your false self. By consistent repetition of connecting with your true self, through meditation, through journaling, through expression of gratitude, through connecting with your feelings, you will slowly let go of your false self, all the ideas that you know that are not you. You know that you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not what is happening around you. So the great question is, who are you then? And that's what you need to find out. And you will find it out through your internal work. You will find it out. The second thing you can do as an old soul is do an inner healing, or what is also called as shadow work. Go deep into your fears, go deep into your uncontrollable anger, into your lower emotions. We say lower emotions because those are the emotions of survival. Fear, anger, frustration, whatever can we find as triggers of stress, triggers of anxiety. Go deeper into those emotions and ask yourself why you feel afraid, why you've been triggered by certain event. What was triggering you? Because at the beginning we say, oh, that person, it's that person's fault. But if we go deeper, we find out that there's something unknown within us which we still don't understand. And as I said in the previous video, we are only afraid of what we don't understand. So the point is to understand yourself better. And if you want to understand yourself better, you need to know yourself. You need to meet your true self. As I said before, let go of your false identity in order to meet your true self. True self is not an identity, it is beingness. It is true beingness, the essence of who we are. And we can find that inner dimension in quietness or in stillness, where we're practicing meditation, or we go alone into the nature and we just reconnect with that flow of nature. We find out that we don't need any kind of belief to tell us who we are. We don't need to do anything to prove who we are. We just need to be and sense that beingness. That's how also the healing is happening, because we are finding out that when we connect with that stillness within, there is no fear, there is no anger, there is no frustration. We actually connect with that greater feeling, which we can call love, because there's what we feel. It's what we feel when we connect, and when we get into that place of stillness, love is all we feel. That's why in all kind of spiritual teachings we are always hearing about love. We go into meditation and we experience love. We experience any kind of mystical experience, all we feel is love, because that's greater feeling, that's greater higher vibration, which is connecting everything together. We are getting closer into unity of everything. So do an inner healing. You will learn that any negative emotion is actually just teaching you what you still don't understand about yourself. But the thing is that it's kinda unpleasant work, so many people are avoiding it. Do not avoid this work. Go deeper into your emotions and recognize why you feel that way, why you are afraid of it, and go into that fear. Sometimes it's good to do something which we are afraid of, to recognize that, well, it's not so bad, it's not so hard, it's not the worst possible thing, and you recognize that you are braver than you could ever imagine. So do that inner healing. And if you will need any kind of advice, seek for advices. You will meet people which will be able to help you. You will find the best possible videos which will help you on the way. You will experience synchronicities which will help you on the way to experience greater inner healing. I've made many videos about it. So you will see, if you will go deeper into your stored emotions of survival, slowly the energy will be released and you will feel more free than ever before. The third thing, what can you do as an old soul, is find your passions. So why it is important and what it has to do with you as an old soul. So firstly, for many people, as being here as an old souls, fall into those emotions of survival because they feel as being different. And being different in society means being weird, being not accepted, and so on. So they fall into emotions of fear, sometimes into emotions of anger, just because they can't connect with the environment. So we need to heal those wounds, and we need to find our passions. There's no need to connect with people which don't understand you. But you will see that as soon as you will find your passions, you will find something you love to do. You will not care anymore about your environment, because now you're having a lot of fun. And if you go with your mind into your childhood, you will find out that you've been passionate about something. You've been so passionate about something. But maybe your parents told you that you can't make a living by doing that, or it's not acceptable in the society if you will be doing that, or whatever. And we develop certain beliefs which tell us that we just shouldn't do it. But we can find many proofs that you can make a living as an artist, you can make a living as a magician, or whoever, whatever you want, if you will place enough of your attention to it, if you will take actions with it, if you will develop your gifts, you can become a bright light on this world. And that's actually why you're here as an old soul. You have a lot of wisdom, you have a lot of knowledge, but if you will not share it, if you will not turn on your light, nobody will see you. And you will most probably not fulfill your purpose. So most probably when your body will be tired enough so you will leave this plane, you will come back, because you need to fulfill your mission here. So find your passions, find what you love to do. Again, dig deeper into that, what you're passionate about, and evolve in that area. Do it, because our passions are always connecting us with our soul mission. I can tell you, as a kid, I was drawing truly a lot. Not anything special. I was drawing cars as every kid is interested, you know, drawing cars and things we can find around ourselves. But then I forgot about it. I went into sports, I started training, practicing a lot, and I wanted to make a living as a pro athlete. But at some point I've started feeling that there's more to my life. That this sport, it's all great, I love doing that, but it is not fulfilling me. So I needed to quit it for some time, and I started searching what more my life has to offer, and that was the point. I pressed the pause button of everything. I quitted my job, and that was the moment where I've connected myself back with my old passions. I started drawing again. Later I started painting, because I wanted to learn to paint so I could express visions, ideas that I see in my mind. So you see, what I'm doing now is deeply connected with what I was doing since I remember myself as a kid. And I believe that because I met many people which are following their purpose now, and they are doing what they've been doing as little kids. Because as we've been little, we maybe consciously we couldn't explain why we are so passionate about certain things, but we came here with the memory of the soul, why we need to fulfill certain mission. And the beginning of that mission is in what we love to do, in what we are passionate about. So dig deeper into what you love to do and do more of it. Do more of it. And research different areas, how to improve yourself in doing that. You will see that it will be guiding you into the direction where you will find yourself as, okay, that's it, that's why I'm here. Now I know. So the next thing you can do as an old soul is in tune back again with your inner guidance. As I said before, when we've been born here, most of us forgot why we came here. So we've lost that inner guidance. Of course, nobody's teaching us that. We go to school, nobody's talking about intuition, nobody's talking about how to connect with your heart. So we need to learn by maybe reading different books, maybe following certain teachers or whatever. At some point, most probably if you found yourself as an old soul, you've came across different information which triggered in you that inspiration again, that you need to dig deeper into knowing yourself. So you found that calling of intuition, and work on in tuning back with your inner guidance. You will see that if you're meditating or if you're thinking about what could be your soul mission, you will feel a gentle feeling within your heart which will tell you, do this, do that, read that book. Or you will go into a library and there will be a book which will just fall into your hands, or you will just feel the attraction of that book. You will feel like there's something special about it. You will read that book and you will say, oh, I don't know how it found me, but it was exactly what I needed. And sometimes it happened. You go on YouTube and there's a video which you watch it and at the end you say, oh, how is it possible? That's exactly what I needed. That's when our intuition is guiding us, and if we are practicing to follow it more often, to recognize what we feel at this moment, and then we do it, our soul will be guiding us into the direction where we need to be. And you will get closer to your soul purpose. So work on in tuning with your inner guidance, and you will always be at the best possible place you can be, to gain the best possible lessons you can gain, to get the best possible understanding you can get. And the next thing you can do is to share what you know. As an old soul, you already have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of great understanding. But what soul is always seeking is share your light. Always share your light. I know that around you maybe people just don't understand you, so you've closed yourself and you've decided that you will rather not talk about it. But find another way. Start writing maybe, or start filming videos and put it on YouTube, or wherever, whatever. We have endless options right now. In the age of internet, in the age of information, we have endless options. Think about how can you share your light. Also with that, you will get closer to connecting with your soul purpose. It's truly interesting how life works, because at the beginning, I was never planning to do what I do now. I started this YouTube channel as I was sharing messages from Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, and some other teachers. And I thought, well, the mission of this YouTube channel is to share messages of those great teachers, of different philosophies, different scientific researches, and all of that. I thought, okay, that's the mission. But through the time, life was leading me into what I'm doing now, and now I have more fun than ever. Now I'm more in love with what I'm doing than ever before. So you see, you can't truly plan how things will work. But if you're constantly following your inner guidance, and if you're constantly sharing what you've learned, if you're constantly giving your uniqueness to the world, if you're constantly shining bright your light, you will get to the place where you need to be, and you will be doing what will you love the most. So it doesn't mean that sharing wisdom is just in talking about it. Sometimes it's in cooking, sometimes it's in fixing cars, sometimes it's in dancing or in painting or however. Don't limit yourself. When it comes to sharing what you know, don't limit yourself. It doesn't mean that you just need to talk about what you know. Maybe you've came here to teach people how to plant the seeds to become independent when it comes to food. Or maybe you've came here to teach people how to take care of the nature. You know, whatever it is, expand your mind in all possible areas, and that's how you will know exactly what to do as an old soul. Maybe you can already resonate with what we're talking today, and it's beautiful. The last thing that we will talk here, what to do as an old soul, is connect with similar people. There's many people which feel like they are alone just because they feel they are different. But the truth is, we are never alone. There's actually many people which feel that, but they don't want to talk about it because they think they're alone feeling that way. As soon as we start expressing our honest opinions, our honest feelings, we recognize that there's actually in the society many people which feel equal emotions or equal feelings, but they've been hiding them from everyone, and they've been suffering for such a long time just because they were afraid of expressing their truth. So express your truth, and if you sense that a person is not ready to hear it, well, go away. Not everyone will be ready to hear your truth, but eventually you will attract similar people to you, which will be on that similar vibrational level, and you will start building a community of similar people. The power is in the community. We all know that. And if you feel like you're alone, you are never alone. There are many people, but through the time, you will attract people towards you. You will see. If you will do what we've been talking today here, you will attract the right people. Everything is always working for you. So remember that sometimes it is not an easy work, and it's not a must-do thing. You don't need to do anything about it, but if you will not do anything about it, most probably you will not feel good about yourself, because soul will always be calling you. Soul will always be urging you to connect back with it. And if you will connect back with it, you will feel more love than ever before. You will feel more joy than ever before. Sometimes it is an unpleasant thing. Sometimes it feels like I would rather not do it. But as soon as I start doing that, I feel better than ever. So do not follow your mind when it comes to that, but follow your heart. Even if to the mind it feels uncomfortable, always follow your heart, and you will always be rewarded, big time. So this is it for today, my friends. I'm sending you all love, blessings, and lots of power. See you in the next one. One love.